Hey everyone, Rush Recap here. Today we're diving into a heartwarming adventure that proves strength isn't about fighting, it's about kindness. The story begins at Casa del Toro, a famous training ranch for bulls, and that's where we meet Ferdinand, a small black calf who's totally different from the rest. While all the other young calves are busy showing off their strength, fighting and training to become fierce bulls, Ferdinand is the complete opposite. He's peaceful, gentle, and kind. He hates fighting. His world is all about flowers, their scent, and talking to plants like they're his friends. Just then, a winner's truck arrives at the ranch. All the calves get super excited when they see it. Ferdinand, who has no idea what's going on, asks, "Why does that truck come here?" Valiente proudly explains, "That truck takes the strongest bull and turns him into a star." Hearing this, every calf starts dreaming about becoming the champion of Casa del Toro someday. They even start arguing over who the real champion will be. Bones loudly claims, "I'm the fastest bull here. I'll beat the matador and become the winner." Valiente gets angry and slams Bones to the ground. Bones almost steps on a flower, and Ferdinand panics. He rushes in and saves the flower just in time. Seeing how much Ferdinand cares about that little flower, Valiente purposely tries to destroy it again, just to force Ferdinand into a fight. But Ferdinand stands in front of the flower and says, "You can hurt me if you want, but please don't hurt the flower." Soon we see the adult bulls entering the training ground. Among them are Ferdinand's father, Raf, and Valiente's father. A matador has arrived today to choose one bull for an actual bullfight. The bulls start fighting fiercely. Both are brave, but Raf defeats Valiente's father, and the matador chooses Raf. Raf is thrilled. He goes to meet Ferdinand and tells him the big news. Every bull dreams of entering the ring and winning. "I'll go and come back soon." Ferdinand quietly says he doesn't share that dream. He doesn't like fighting. Raf simply smiles and says, "When you grow up, your dreams will change too. You'll become stronger than me. One day, you'll enter the ring and become a champion." But Ferdinand insists, "I don't want to do any of that." Raf gently explains, "This is how our world works. Bulls are born to fight." The winner's truck arrives again. Raf tells Ferdinand, "It's time. Don't worry. I'll come back and teach you everything." And then he leaves. Days pass. Ferdinand waits for his dad every single day. One day, he hears the truck returning. Jumping with excitement, he runs to meet his dad, but Raf never comes back. Heartbroken, Ferdinand learns from Valiente's father. Raf was weak. That's why he died. Ferdinand can't take it anymore. He doesn't want to stay there. He runs away. Workers try to catch him, but he jumps onto a moving train. The train eventually stops in the woods, and Ferdinand escapes. Heavy rain pours down. He hears a barking dog, panics, slips into a hole, and faints. A man named Juan finds him and takes him home. The next morning, Ferdinand wakes up to see a little girl named Nina, Juan's daughter. He's scared at first, but Nina slowly approaches him and comforts him. "I'll take care of you," offering him a flower. She leads Ferdinand outside, into a beautiful garden of flowers. "From now on, this is your home." And for the first time in his life, Ferdinand finally feels safe. Ferdinand couldn't be happier. He loves flowers more than anything in the world. Life at the farm is beautiful, peaceful, and slowly, he and Nina become the best of friends. They eat together, play together, even sleep side by side. Time passes, and Ferdinand grows up into a huge, muscular bull. But no matter how big he gets, he's still the same gentle soul, and Nina is still his best friend. They sing, dance, and goof around like nothing could ever change. One bright morning, Ferdinand wakes up extra excited. Today is the flower festival, his favorite day. Like every year, Nina wants to take him there, but her dad Juan stops her. He says, "He's not a little calf anymore. He's grown. We can't take him out there." Nina tries to explain how kind Ferdinand is, but Juan reminds her, "Out there, nobody sees how good he is." Nina finally agrees, for Ferdinand's own safety. She hugs him and says, "I'm sorry I can't take you, but I'll bring you the best bouquet ever." Then she leaves with their dog Paco. Ferdinand sits alone under a tree, sad and disappointed. But after a moment, he decides Nina might need him, so he makes a brave choice. He sneaks out to the flower festival all by himself. At the festival, Nina spots him and tries to calm him down. "Why did you come here? You're not supposed to be here." Before she can help, Ferdinand gets tangled in some clothes. He can't see anything. He trips, falls onto a bee, and the bee stings him. The pain makes him panic. He runs wildly, crashing into everything. People scream, terrified, thinking this giant bull has gone crazy. Animal control arrives immediately. Ferdinand tries to hide inside a shop, but his size gives him away. They capture him and lock him inside a truck. Nina watches helplessly as her best friend is taken away, and she cries, heartbroken. The truck drives Ferdinand straight back to Casa del Toro, the place he once escaped from. He can't believe it. He's back where bulls are trained to fight. He tries breaking out of the truck, smashing it with all his strength. To calm him down, Moreno sends in a calming goat, a chatty hyper goat named Lupe. Lupe tries everything she can to calm him, but Ferdinand refuses to listen. He just wants to get out. Eventually, she slowly gets him settled and takes him to meet the other bulls. Everyone is stunned. They recognize him immediately immediately and are shocked to see how massive he's become. Then Valiente walks in. He's meaner and tougher than ever. He looks at Ferdinand and says, "I never thought you'd come back." Ferdinand replies, "Yeah, I didn't think I would either." Valiente smirks and says, "I know why you're here. You came back big and strong to fight me. Good, now I'll look even stronger when I beat you in the ring." With that, he storms off proudly. Later, Lupe takes Ferdinand to his stall. She sees him as her new best friend already. She even gives him a little toy, a flower that plays music. They settle in for the night, but Ferdinand can't sleep. Suddenly, 3 tiny hedgehogs sneak in, stealing food. They notice Ferdinand watching them and panic, thinking he'll crush them. But Ferdinand whispers, "I'm not going to hurt you." The hedgehogs introduce themselves: Una, Dos, and Cuatro, 3 siblings. Ferdinand smiles and lets them take the food. He even helps them carry it. For the first time since returning, he finally feels a little less alone. Early the next morning, Ferdinand tries to escape, but the entire ranch is surrounded by electric fences. There's no way out. Meanwhile, a legendary bullfighter arrives at Casa del Toro. His name is El Primero, the most feared and respected matador in the world. He tells Moreno, "I'm here to choose the best bull, the one who will fight me in the final match." To impress him, Moreno sends all the bulls into the ring. El Primero watches carefully, a serious look in his eyes. All the bulls start fighting each other fiercely, except Ferdinand. He refuses to hurt anyone. Valiente and Guapo begin battling hard. Valiente whispers to Guapo, "Look at him, look at El Primero." The moment Guapo sees the matador watching, he freezes with fear and faints right on the spot. Ferdinand rushes forward to help him, but by doing so, he accidentally knocks the other bulls down like dominoes. El Primero loses his temper. He shouts at Moreno, "Strength is nothing without skill. These bulls have neither." Moreno begs, "Give them one more chance." El Primero snaps back, "My final fight is in 2 days. I need the best bull before then." Because Guapo fainted in the ring, he's immediately sent to the slaughterhouse. But Guapo happily assumes he's been chosen by El Primero. He has no idea what's actually going to happen to him. Ferdinand confronts Valiente. "This is your fault." Valiente coldly replies, "Everything changed after you left. Here, you're either special or you're meat." Then he walks away. Ferdinand grows quiet, thinking of Nina. He misses her so much, and far away, Nina misses him too. He suddenly hears Bones crying. Bones sobs, "Guapo was my best friend. I always told him not to be scared, but he never stopped trembling, and now he's gone. If we don't want to end up like him, we have to fight." The next day, all the bulls are training, except Ferdinand. A bull named Angus quietly tells Ferdinand a secret. "I can't see well. That's why I'll never win." Ferdinand lifts Angus's hair with his tongue. Suddenly, Angus can see perfectly for the first time. He looks around and notices how beautiful nature is. He smiles widely and says, "Thank you, Ferdinand." Just then, Lupe rushes over and scolds him. "Stop helping others. Focus on training. Think of bullfighting like a dance." At that moment, some fancy horses from the other arena show up and start mocking the bulls. "Can you even dance?" They laugh. Suddenly, a full-on dance battle begins. Horses versus bulls. And unbelievably, the bulls win. Everyone celebrates. Ferdinand feels proud. He tells them it's time to escape together. But the others refuse. They don't trust the outside world anymore. Only Lupe decides to join him. But she warns, "This place is locked from all sides. We can't break out." Then Ferdinand gets an idea. He asks the hedgehog siblings for help. At first, they refuse. But when Ferdinand offers them the singing flower toy, the hedgehogs quickly change their mind. The hedgehogs come up with a plan. They'll sneak through the building, move quietly through the back corridors, and escape through the rear gate. Everyone follows them, hiding in the shadows. Inside, Ferdinand suddenly notices something terrifying: his father's horns. Then he sees dozens of other bull horns hanging on the wall, and in that moment, he understands the truth. No bull ever wins against a matador. They all die in the ring. He turns to Lupe and whispers, "We have to go back. I won't let my friend's horns end up here." He rushes to warn the other bulls. No one beats the matador. Every bull that enters that ring dies. Hearing this, the others finally agree to escape. Everyone except Valiente. Valiente refuses, and he starts fighting Ferdinand. Ferdinand doesn't want to fight, but Valiente attacks anyway. During the fight, Valiente's horn breaks off. El Primero witnesses the whole thing. He immediately chooses Ferdinand for tomorrow's fight and sends Valiente to the slaughterhouse. Ferdinand feels terrible. He decides to rescue Valiente. With help from his friends, Makina breaks the electric wires, and the bulls trap the 3 horses in a stall so they won't warn anyone. Ferdinand rushes to the slaughterhouse, finds Valiente, and says, "Come with me." Valiente replies, "My horn is broken. I'm worthless now." Ferdinand insists, "Come with us. Out there, nobody orders you around. You can live the way you want." Just then, Ferdinand hears Guapo's voice. He's alive. He tries to free Guapo, but the machines start up. Guapo gets pulled toward the cutter. Ferdinand can't stop it, but Valiente jumps in, jams a metal rod into the machine, and saves Guapo. The 3 of them break loose, crash into a truck, and soon the entire group arrives. Everyone is overjoyed to see Guapo alive, but the loud noise wakes the workers. Ferdinand throws everyone into a truck, and the hedgehogs hop onto the driver's seat. They speed away, recklessly crashing into Moreno's men and wrecking their car. Soon they get stuck in traffic, and Moreno's people catch up again. The bulls run through the streets, causing pure chaos everywhere. Ferdinand leads them to the train station. He loads all of them onto a train, but just as he tries to climb aboard, Moreno's men grab him. At home, Juan watches the news. He sees bulls running through the city, and hears that the most dangerous bull has been captured. Tonight, that bull will face El Primero. Juan realizes it's Ferdinand. He immediately rushes to save him. Back at the arena, Ferdinand is brought before El Primero. He doesn't attack, he just stands calmly. El Primero tries to provoke him. Ferdinand refuses to fight. The Matador's team forces him by stabbing him with spears. He runs in pain, trying to dodge them, until El Primero's red cape gets caught on his horn. The Matador tries to pull it off. Ferdinand accidentally tosses him across the ring. The audience roars with excitement. Juan and Nina arrive and watch in shock. Enraged, El Primero charges with a sword. Ferdinand dodges every strike. Then the Matador cuts his leg. In pain, Ferdinand lifts him high into the air, but just then he notices a single flower on the ground. He remembers Nina, he remembers home, and he puts El Primero down gently. The Matador grabs his sword again. Ferdinand sits peacefully, refusing to fight. The whole arena rises and screams, "Don't kill him, let him go." Nina and Juan cry with joy. The crowd cheers wildly. El Primero finally lowers his sword. He bows, admitting defeat. The stadium explodes in applause. Nina runs to Ferdinand. They hug in the center of the arena as flowers rain down from the crowd. One by one, all of Ferdinand's friends arrive. They surround him, celebrating the bull who chose peace over violence. In the end, Moreno releases all of them and returns them to Nina's farm. There, surrounded by fields of flowers, they finally live happily, freely, and together. If you enjoyed this heartwarming journey, don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more amazing movie stories just like this.